So this is Lucifer here, business and spiritual consultant. How you guys doing? So I got a little story I want to tell, right? I got a little story about a man that used to believe in God. Like he was a man of faith. This man of faith, and this man ended up like on an island, and on the island he was like, and he was like he got stranded on an island, and he had faith. So he knew in his mind, he knew that God was going to deliver him from being on that island, deliver him from being on that island. So he started praying. He started praying and started praying and started praying. After a couple of days, a boat appeared. And the boat appeared. So the captain of the boat was like, how you doing? What you doing there, man? Get on the boat. We're gonna go. I'm gonna take you back to shore. So the man of faith, is sitting there. He's like, nah, I'm good. God is gonna come and rescue me himself, and all that, right? I got faith in God. God is gonna guide my way. So the guy says, all right. So he goes off, keeps sailing and stuff like that. So he's back to it. Like he's praying, he's praying, he's praying, he's praying. After another couple of days, another boat arrives. The guy's like, the captain of the boat's like, get on the boat, man. I'm going to shore. Let's go. Let's get it. Right? And then the guy and the man of faith is like, ah, man, I have faith, man. I have faith, man. I'm good, man. Like, God got me, man. He's gonna take care of everything, man. He's gonna take care of everything. I'm good, man. That you just get up on your way. And the captain of the boat says, all right, cool. So he goes back to sailing. So the man of faith goes back to praying. He's praying, he's praying, he's praying, he's praying, and then another boat arrives. Another boat arrives, and the captain's like, "Get on the boat, man. I'm going to shore. Get on the boat." And he's like, "Man, he's still saying the same thing. Like, I'm a man of faith. I'm good, man. God got my back. He's gonna save me and everything. I believe in him. I believe in him, man." So the guy says, "Okay." So he goes away. After a couple of days, man, starting to go hungry, man. He's starting to go like starvation. He's wet. He's basically the island is tearing him up. You know what I mean? So and then the sky, and then God appears. In the clouds and stuff, in the sky and stuff, and he sees God, and he's like, "Yo, why did you forsake me? Why did you forget me on this island and stuff like that?" And God's like, "Yo, I sent you 3 boats, man." I don't know. To me, it's an interesting story, man. Like there's many layers to that story. There's more than one moral issue here on that story. You know what I mean? So it's meta, actually. So a lot of people can see themselves. I can see myself in that story. To be quite honest, I can see myself in that story a little bit. You know what I mean? Not really, but in some shape or form, I can see myself really, because the thing is, in my head, I'm like one of the boats. Like I'm one of the boats. You know what I mean? And in my life, in my lifetime, I've noticed, like I've met a lot of people that was wishing for shit, and then I brung the boat over there. I was pushed to go see that person, right? Like that person needed something, and then I arrived there, and I had like everything for that person to be able to make it and shit, right? And the person says no. The person tells you no. What I mean, I have faith. I got this, I got that, and stuff like. And doesn't that's not necessarily God, but sometimes you kind of like you brush people. People tend to brush people off because they believe in themselves in a certain way, whereas they don't think that whatever is brung up before them is the thing that they asked for. And for those people, I don't think I'm the only boat that they said no to. You know what I mean? That probably happened more than once. You know what I mean? So they gotta keep missing the boat all the time. You know what I mean? And probably in my life, I was on the other side of that shit. Like maybe once, I don't know, I don't remember. Maybe, You know what I mean? Maybe. I'm just saying, I'm not perfect. Um, you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like it's meta. Because you can either be like, in life, you're either the both or you're the person on the island. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's just like a thing like, oh, it's just about faith. It's just about like God and shit like that. I think that's a thing that can actually fucking happen. You know what I mean? I think that's a thing that can actually fucking happen, and that can like, that can be a real hindrance into somebody's life. You know, where you keep missing the fucking boat all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you wish for something, you want something to happen, you're trying to manifest something, the thing comes and you miss the fucking boat. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I probably did that recently, to be quite honest. You know, if you want to be, if you want me to be honest, maybe I did that recently. I don't know. I'm not sure. Or maybe I was the boat in that situation. You know, because there's situations where it's not easy to figure out if you're the boat or you're the person on the island. There's sometimes you're kind of like, I might be the boat. Sometimes you actually doubt yourself. Sometimes you actually doubt yourself because the person might have something that you would like to have, and then you're kind of like, you're not sure if that person is your boat or you're the boat for that person. So it's meta, man. It's a meta story, man, and it's always, I like hearing it because it's funny. It's like hilarious. Like, I just find it to be funny. It's like there's an old Haitian joke that my dad used. It reminds me of an old Haitian joke that my dad used to tell me. Like, there was this blind man, right? So there was this blind man, right? He was sitting on a bench, and this guy comes around, and nah, sorry, there's this guy sitting on the bench, and he has a sandwich in his hand, and the blind man comes around, and the blind man is like, yo, that smell good, man. He's like, what smell good, man? That sandwich is you holding. And he's like, and the guy sees that the dude is blind. He's like, aren't you blind? Like, he says, yeah. And the guy asks him, how do you know that I'm holding the sandwich? Because, I can smell it. Because my senses are heightened because I can't see, but I can smell real good. So the guy, he gives him a piece of his sandwich, and then he starts walking, right? He says, the guy with the sandwich, he says, like, have a good day. So the blind man starts walking, he falls into a hole. Like, bam, bang his head, all kinds of shit. The blind man's like, damn, that shit hurts. Like, why didn't you tell me nothing? And the sandwich guy is like, well, you smelled my sandwich, so you should have smelled that hole. You should have smelled that hole that she was walking into. You know what I mean? There's a moral to that story. I mean, of course, it's it's at the expense of somebody that's blind, but it's just don't be a certain kind of way and shit, man. I don't know. That's like, to me, that joke is hilarious for some fucking reason. I just anyway. So, anyways, guys, shit. So this is my announcement. I have a couple announcements to make, man. First announcement is we got a radio show, man. We're gonna do a radio show because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people on my website right now, man. Subscribe to my website on the free subscription base. There's a lot of people on the free subscription base, which is fine. That's what I want. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And everybody that's subscribed to my website on the free subscription base, remember that. Go check out. There's 2 videos about the School of Scolomancy. There's 2 videos about the Cube. Go check those out. Right? There's a lot of knowledge being dropped there, man. There's some real shit being dropped, man. Not some negative ass shit. Nothing. I mean, like, it's powerful. You can hurt somebody with it. Right? If you're irresponsible, because I don't know everybody that's on my website. So if you're an irresponsible kind of person and you wanna do some stupid shit, You could do some stupid shit with that shit. So don't underestimate the power of the shit that I'm giving you just because I'm not talking about people's brain being bashed in and, you know, cars hitting, you know, light poles and shit like that, alright? You know what I mean? I just don't have the Elmira style, you know what I mean? I'm not, you know, that's all it is, alright? So go check those videos out. There's not a knowledge being dropped there. And like I said before, you know, stay up to date on Instagram and on Twitter because I'm starting the radio show, so it's gonna be in the morning. I'm gonna start the radio show. We're gonna have a hip hop show too. I'm gonna add a hip hop show. I'm gonna have so remember we got like the radio show in the morning. You got radio show in the morning, and then we're gonna have the hip hop show in the afternoon, and then we're gonna have a podcast too. So that's gonna be a video podcast. I'm gonna have a video podcast. I'm gonna be on the channel. I'm gonna have a video podcast. So, you know, watch out for all three of those things. Keep up to date on, you know, on the website and everything and blah blah blah. Or if you're well, you know, I'll send you a email too. You'll get an email when the show's on. So you'll be notified. If you're part of the website, you'll be notified. If you're not part of the website, stay up to date. Get notification. You know, add the notification for my shit on your Instagram or your Facebook or your Twitter, whichever one you use. All right. So you know, and oh, for the hip hop show, by the way, this is gonna be underground. All right, like y'all need to understand one thing about my website, man. It's an underground shit, cause y'all don't, you know, a lot of people might think like I'm trying to be like, you know, super famous and shit like that. I don't know, you know, but in actuality, my radio show is an underground radio show, man. Like you gotta understand that shit. I don't really do pop music and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's underground radio, nigga. You're listening to underground shit right now. Even my YouTube channel, this is rugged underground shit right now. Like this is the most underground shit you can possibly find on the internet, man. I mean, like there's some other underground shit, but this is really fucking underground. The content that I talk about, the shit that I talk about, even the challenges, the shit that's going on, this is pure underground shit. So you're listening to the top of the underground right now, man. Like, you know what I mean? So same thing for the website, man. So what I mean by that is don't fuck my shit up. Don't ask me to put no pop music, man. This is underground shit, nigga. So hip hop show. What I wanted to say, is if you're doing music, send it my way. I'll put it on the radio. If it's good, if it sounds good, shit. You know what? Even if it doesn't sound good, send it to me, man. I'll put it on. If you don't mind being critiqued, you know, a little bit. I'm not gonna be mean. You know, I'm not gonna be fucking evil and shit like that. But I might critique it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I might tell you, I don't really feel that beat. It's not for me. It might be for somebody else, but it's not for me. But you know, send it my way. I'll put it on, man. Don't worry about it, man. And we got a lot of it's worth doing because we got a lot of people listening a little bit everywhere around the world, man. We got some people from the UK. We got people from Brazil listening to my radio show. There's people from Australia listening to my radio show. There's people from, you know, Russia listening to my radio show. Canada, United States, everywhere. There's a lot of people listening to this radio show. So if you want to be heard and shit like that, send it by way, and we'll see if and you know people's gonna hear that shit, man. Just make sure that you have a SoundCloud. Just make sure you tell me what your SoundCloud is so we can shout you out, and maybe you'll get some more followers on SoundCloud and shit like that. And yes, I do have a SoundCloud, by the way. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Have a good day, man. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace out.